I'm Bishop Darrell Watkins, and let's queer up the USA View. Justice Barrett says, very concrete reasons marriage equality will stay the law of the land. In a recent interview with the New York Times, Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett explained why she feels marriage equality is still safe. She stated this was due to strong, quote, reliance interests, end quote, in the ruling, which she defined as things that would be upset or undone if a decision is undone, end quote. She stated that the reliance issues in Obergefell v. Hodges go beyond just claims that those interests are social, saying, quote, that kind of sounds like things in the air. Those are very concrete reliance interests, so those would be classic reliance interests in the terms of the law, in terms of legal doctrine. Those are financial. Those are medical, end quote. After the overturning of Roe v. Wade, comments from Justice Clarence Thomas argued that the same reasoning could be used against Obergefell. Justice Alito has also expressed a dislike of the ruling, although he has said that the decision is, quote, entitled to respect, end quote. In a recent interview with CNN, former Justice Anthony Kennedy, who wrote the Obergefell opinion, said, quote, a large part of the reasoning in the opinion and the background of the opinion was that I had not known how many children were adopted by LGBTQ plus parents. At first, I thought there were 75,000 children or so. It's in the hundreds of thousands, end quote. I have no idea what that means to him. Like, if it was more, he wasn't going to support it, or because there's so much more, he should have supported it more wholeheartedly. I have no idea what he means. But
it sounds like he's saying that he didn't think that there was enough children that would matter if
that makes
dissolved
sense.
it.
Yeah, okay.
To me, that's what that
right,
says.
But now he knows there's a lot of families
but
involved.
If there's only one kid.
I'm saying, one family you could tear apart, that would be okay? Yeah. And I don't trust any of these people.
No.
This, Amy Frozen, whatever. She said, she said when she got on the court, Roe v. Wade, that's settled law. Don't worry about it. And couldn't wait to vote against it. So, first of all, this is probably the least independent court of our lifetimes. Oh, absolutely. So whenever they say anything, I don't buy it. Yeah. I'm hopeful that her argument is solid, but I know that Clarence Thomas wants us erased, and they have made so many horrible, devastating decisions very recently, over the last 2 or 3 years even, that I don't believe anything they say. We have to stay on guard. We have to be paying attention because they are on a rights-destroying crusade. And whenever they say, oh, but don't worry about this one, that might mean worry extra. Yeah.
I mean, like you said, they all said, as far like Roe v. Wade, that's the law of the land. That's the law of the land. They said that under oath.
Right.
Testifying, they said, that's the law of the land. We will not change it. And first chance they got, gone. And if that's not medical, I don't know what is.
Right. Exactly.
And for Amy, like Derry, like you said, I'm an internal optimist, and even though these people, they're like, you have Barrett going against, turning against decisions and things like that. However, I'm saying we have to be here to keep the faith, like I said with Darryl. And it's kind of sad that they're one-sided for women's rights and not coming in for our rights here too, but it's alarming.
And because of the intersectionality and because of, there's no such thing as a single oppression, I never buy that they're only coming for one, because the first one they come for is the test case, because they want to come for everybody who, the reason there is a margin is because they want people in the margins, and they're not trying to give that up, especially not right now. I mean, when you use your voice just to gather and peacefully, protest, and a personal attack comes from the president of him imagining dumping sewage on people who are just using their First Amendment rights.
Unbelievable.
That's the world we live in right now. I find it very hard to be.
Unfortunately, I'm living in that movie Idiocracy.
Right.
Yeah, really.
But it really is, and it's frightening. But at the same time, they're stumbling on their own feet. That's what I wanted to convey before.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought before, but it was that I'm an optimist because they're they're creating so much division in our country that even, I mean, I see that, like I said, I'm not wishing bad things, but I'm seeing that they're stumbling upon their foot. And all those great numbers of people rallying this past weekend
It's beautiful.
is a sign of hope. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah.
I do hope that, and I have seen this not often enough, but people will sometimes stumble into their own humanity. Sometimes it finally smells bad enough, looks bad enough, sounds horrifying enough that they think, wait, those were children or somebody's grandma or that could have been me, or you know what I mean? And I'm hoping that things are almost bad enough that people are starting to stumble into their humanity.
Or, you know, like you said, oh, wait, it's hundreds of thousands of children?
Yeah.
Is there an exact number for it? When it's okay, when it's okay and not okay?
If he needed a tipping point,
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe.
it's helpful. I don't know.
Well, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.